Greetings and welcome to SteamWorld Build. I'm KatherineOfSky and I think you're going to love this game if you enjoy the ANNO series. Those are some of my favorite games of all time. I think it's number 2 on my list, ANNO 1800. Anyway, they're great. And you might be surprised at the title because the first SteamWorld games, there were SteamWorld Dig 1 and 2. They were like puzzle platformers. And we are actually introduced to this universe of robotic individuals. And they're quite the characters. They're very interesting and kind of cool. And there was a story to the Dig series. And this kind of continues that story. And I'm really pleased to present a title by my countrymen. The station is the development team. And they are located right here in Sweden, in Göteborg. And even though I'm in Stockholm, I would love to go and visit them. Maybe I should ask them if they would allow me to visit their studio one day and say hi. It's a bit of a train ride, but I would happily. Well, I mean, who wouldn't take a train ride? Trains, come on, trains are amazing. And this game has trains as the main centerpiece, which is fantastic. Anyway, we were just informed today we have a new theme. Since most of the landscape is desert, I thought, let's do the theme. It's probably going to add snow. I have no idea actually what it looks like, but I'd like to try it, so why not? Okay, so we can add this to our new game. There we go. And then I'm going to be talking about this game as I usually do, kind of comparing to other games in the genre. I have to say that during the demo, it was so limited. I was like, oh, this is a casual game. And I didn't actually want to play it. So sorry for the late content. And then I saw a couple of other people just kind of glanced at YouTube and I'm like, whoa, what is that underground level? Because I don't think we had the underground or something. I don't know. It was just, I got bored of it. And I didn't really, I don't know, I didn't appreciate it fully. So we are going to appreciate this game. I've already completed one game. And by the way, once you complete a game, you can see the hidden achievements on all the maps. So the one I achieved was Train Depot. The train arrives faster and the train store has a mega sale. That sounds kind of amazing. I think that might be the best of these. I'm going to go through the others with you real quick. Free roads and conveyor belts. That is probably life-changing. Maybe not necessarily the roads, but the conveyor belts. Those can be very painful when you first are getting started with them and you want to have a consistent supply of material. Free item chance in the train store and additional item slots. Now, I don't know if those item slots are in the buildings or are they just in the train store. That makes me not want to do this one necessarily. And then more tumbleweeds and they grant an extra reward. This, I don't know. I kind of think this is kind of iffy. So free tumbleweeds are like, they're little clickable things on the map. And you have to hunt around for them and you kind of look every few minutes. And to me, it's a mini game and I hate mini games. So no. Basically, you click on them, they could give you money, they could give you rubies, they could give you whatever materials. I just, no. Natural History Museum, faster miners and fewer tiles required for rooms and quarters. I have to say that I haven't necessarily run out of room, but I have often wished like, oh God, is it really 4 tiles? Can't it be 3? So this one is a strong contender as well for me. So, however, I'm really drawn to the free roads and conveyor belts, especially in early game. The conveyor belts are really important. All right, let's do this one. Of course, this won't unlock until we finish the map. So what we're going to play with is the only one that I have completed is the train arrives faster. So let's try this. The High Roller Dunes. We'll choose our Jingle Bolts thing. We're going to replay the story so that you can see it. Difficulty balanced. Sure, why not? I don't think that the game is particularly difficult. The enemies can kind of overrun you, but you don't feel like you're in mortal danger. However, I don't know what difficult means. Resources must be managed carefully. Aggressive, numerous enemies, and no refunds when destroying buildings. You don't really destroy buildings, except for some of the mining. Normally, you can just move them. They have taken a lot of the features of ANNO, which are just great features, and incorporated them into this game. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. But I also don't want the playthrough to be annoyingly, like, short of resources, and so we have to grind. So that's why I'm going to choose balance. Okay, what is we're going to call this place? Let's call it, you know what? Göteborg. Let's do that. Start. Let's do this thing. Hot tip 14. When constructing a building that relies on fertility, such as a forester or a sand sifter, make sure the fertility level is as high as possible before placing it. You can actually see the percentage, which is very handy. And you can see a heat map on the map before you build it, so you don't have to guess.
You see all those stars up there? That's where we'll live once we escape this world.
Oh boy, it's quiet.
There's so many. Which one?
Whichever one you want, kiddo.
Aw, look at that.
How will we get all the way up there, Pa?
By following my plan, little friend.
What
Oh.
are you planning?
I am here to get you all to safety. It is the sole purpose of my existence.
Lucky that Pa found you then. Sure is nice with someone looking out for us.
Quite.
How will you help us then?
Allow me to explain. Long ago, a great hoard of ancient technology was buried here. Technology that has the power to do what you need. Buried deep, deep below the earth. But as you see, I quite lack the ability to dig it.
Oh no.
Pa and I are really good at digging up things.
Yes, you bots are excellent for manual labor. But do not think it will be an easy journey, my eager friend. We have to go further down than you would ever think possible. And only once we reach the very bottom of the world, we will find your way to the stars.
Alright. Which is
if
a
it won't
hint
be
as
easy,
to what we
then
need
I'll
to
be
do.
the best second in command to make sure we get there.
Who's that?
You, of course.
Wow. Does
Aw.
that mean I'm gonna be a hero like you?
Heroes give people hope.
She even has a little toy.
You've always given me
So
that,
cute.
kiddo. Must mean you've always been one.
Also, I have to apologize. Oh, whoops. I'll do that later.
All right, folks. Time to get to work.
Yeah, I have to apologize for my lack of dulcet tones. I am quite ill. I've got the flu and I have a major infection in my foot that I've been prescribed antibiotics for. So I'm like doing serious world suffering. plus the constant migraines. So I'm happy to have games to play to take my mind off my troubles, so, as it were. Oh my, look at this. Oh, that's
Stay
charming.
focused in order to get to the old tech and escape this rock.
Astrid Clutch Sprocket. I like that she has a very Swedish name, except for the clutch sprocket part, which is very robotic. It's fantastic.
You hear that? Something is making a noise.
Probably just some old hinges on the mineshaft elevator that are creaking. We'll get working in no time.
You better. I'll be ruined if this doesn't work out. Do you hear? Ruined.
We'll need to get this city up and running first and foremost, though.
Squeeze the area for resources and the people for all that they're worth.
Uh-huh.
That's mighty harsh, man.
Just get it done.
Okay. Well, I don't know. That seems kind of mean. So anyway, initially we start with a train station, which is very charming. Look at this. Oh. Oh, and with the snow and everything. So the first thing we do is repair the train station. And we need 120 workers to do so. So that's our goal initially. I like this like welcome to Las Vegas sign here. It's very cool. Usually, well, on the other maps, you start off with an area that is limited. Is it going to limit us here, or was that just tutorial land? No, it looks like we're not going to be limited here. But in tutorial land, they limit you to a small areas to get stuff going. So I have determined a pretty good startup way of doing things. Oh, and here we have the abandoned mine, which we need the second level of population. If you've played Anno before, you will definitely recognize this way of doing things. Here. Okay, let's do an initial road there. Let's pause the game for a moment here. It doesn't really matter in terms of stuff, but we want to get an alignment here so that we can put some buildings here. Now I'm going to do it as housing +1. The only feedback that I'd like to give the devs right here, do you see how close that info box is? This is annoying when it comes to, I can't even see the road behind it. You know what I mean? It's like really dark and it's too close. So I love that info box to be moved up to the right somewhere. So in case you're placing it in a close situation or want to say, oh, okay, I want this one from the current road or whatever, it's easier to see. In any case, like, oh God, I'm like squinting. Okay, so I think, how is this? That works well. We're just placing some residences here, and we're judging the distance from this immovable cliff. Okay, that's quite important, and we're going to do one from the cliff side. And the reason for that is there are buildings that are longer than this one that we might want to put on the side there, because in the center, I always like to put in 2 rows of these. Now, for these folks, decorations do not matter, as far as I have seen. So that is something that can be waived. Like in Anno, it matters. Here, it doesn't. Can I click this? I can! Okay, so that was a tumbleweed, as I have talked about before. And then, like here, I want to make sure it's underneath that road. But it's difficult to see. I know it might not be that. You might say, ah, that's fine. But there are times, trust me, there are times when it's kind of annoying. I'm just going to look around the map real quick for anything. Do they sparkle if it's... Oh my God, how cute! Look at this! Ah! Oh, nice. Oh, this is great. Oh dear, they tore out the rest of the building. But they put a Christmas tree, so that's probably forgivable. Anyway... also, I apologize for having the sniffles. I am really in a bad kind of situation here with the health situation. But I'm not dying. I haven't died yet, so do not worry. I'm Viking. It is but a minor inconvenience. I mean, I just moved across the entire world. If I can survive that, man, you know? Okay, so let's get the rest of these guys in here. Now, these buildings are turning into flat things because we don't have enough boards, right? It tells you how much it costs, 2 boards, and we have 1 board. So we need to get more boards. Now, what we can do, can we go across there? Can I build a... I can, okay. So the next thing we want to do is build a... Oh, train depot. Ooh, boy. I need boards for that. Place it. Huh? Oh, no. Rotate it. Let's have it proper here. Now, I have to say one thing is that I don't really understand why there are arrows on the buildings. Because as a new player, I was like, oh, I have to connect that road, the arrow to the road, and that is not what you need to do. Instead, what you should do is you need to have any side of the building touching the road. That is what you need to do. So let's see. Now this number of buildings will work in certain configurations, as you see here. So this is a configuration that actually works. So we're going to put that one there. So we are giving them services that they want. And if you click on a building, as I just have, worker residential, needs are not satisfied, They have a general store, but no service shop, so they have 50% satisfaction. Now, we just unlocked the service shop, okay? So that we want to put right next door, but we don't have enough boards for that, alas. So we got the lumber mill, though. And what we're going to do is we're going to put these here. Now, one thing that you should note is, so you see the area of gathering around this building. If you place it on top of a tree, it won't be able to harvest it, but it won't die. Like, it won't permanently delete it. These trees are kind of like permanent mines that you'd have. I think this is actually a decent position. Or maybe... See, this is another spot where I guess overhead is pretty good for this. But yeah, I want to be able to get in a couple of these guys here. Okay, that's at 85%, 100% right there. And then this one, these are left for this guy. That's 85%. Now these other trees, some of them do not count. So be careful where you put these things. I would have to say that's kind of important. All right, now we're going to connect them with a road. Almost everything needs a road. Decorations do not need roads if you're counting. So those go there. We're going to take this spot between the trees to connect there. And we're going to connect these to a building called a warehouse. And I believe, like Anno, warehouses kind of magically share goods between them. Okay, and it's okay if we build over... Actually, I don't know if that tree counts or not. Are you eating that tree? No. Are you still at 100? You're at 71. Can we move you to be better? 71. No, 71 is it. That's all we get. Yep, there we go. All right, that's fine. Warehouse. Now, the warehouse is kind of important because we need to build that. It has to be built. Since this tree is not going to be part of another lumber mill, we can build over it. It's fine. But we have overbuilt a bit, so we're going to delete some of these. Actually, we're going to delete all of these, I think, because we don't want the boards to go into these buildings. We want to just get them back. Here, there we go. 3. How many did we need? 4? Okay, let's delete you. Yes. And then we'll delete the train station. There we go. Okay. Wait, what? Where did the boards go? Hello? 3. 5. Okay. I don't know how we lost extra boards. That's not great. Okay, that's weird. In any case, we need to place lumber mills. Now, we can check the ratio of these things to make sure that they are going to be working fast enough. So if we look at these, it does tell us production time of 26 seconds. This one has a production time of 26 seconds. So we want to have as many lumber mills as we do of these other buildings. Now, I'm going to go ahead and try to... Actually, we can do this and that and connect them by road here. Yep, there we go. Good. Now, all of these have to be in range of the warehouse. And sometimes I've noticed that the warehouse has a larger range as here than the buildings do. The buildings have to be able to get back to the warehouse. Now, later on, we're going to get some different kinds of roads which will extend that, that range. But for now, this is what we need to do. So, all right, we're good. We're working it. We're getting more things. We need to hire more workers, which is placing more houses. So go ahead and just add these back in. And if you're not familiar with this style of game, you'll see that the satisfaction level determines how many citizens can live in each building, as well as the money we get for them. So we're only able to house 4 of 6 workers because we don't have the service shop, and we're only getting 5 of 11 money. And this thing was yelling at us earlier because we weren't having a positive balance. So yeah, There we go. And we need to, of course, have enough workers to repair the train station. It's kind of a, like a, hey, get your city set up before we give you harder tasks. That's what that is. All right, let's go ahead and place that service station back down here. All right. And this should be working in no time. Now we can see our global worker count up here, and you can see how many we're lacking. So it would be good to add more of these houses. And maybe even do another block of them. That's also a good idea, I think. Because later on when we get the better roads, the service station is definitely going to be hitting all of the other, even these guys down here. So if we just work with it, it will be fine. Okay, so now we have full employment, meaning that our buildings can work at full capacity. Now this one is going to yell at us periodically because it's only at 71%. But right now, that's kind of the best we can do. We might be able to get some more foresters in here. And that will definitely improve things. Can we? Yes, we can. That's 100 right there. Okay, and then I wonder if I should do that. Yeah, that seems good. All right. Just gonna carefully weave through these trees so I don't destroy any. Kind of important. Now, how close is that to the warehouse? It is pretty decently close. So we added 2 more of these. Let's go ahead and add a couple more lumber mills nearby. There we go. Actually, nearby the warehouse is just fine as well. Wait, what is there? Hello? Huh? Oh, this one is too close. That's why. Okay. We can move that one up 1, and then we'll move the other a little bit closer. Now, if you didn't notice, I will point it out. We have been granted a new type of citizen. Almost. We're almost to engineers. We need to get 200 workers before we can get that. And we're also given new types of food for them. So now they become even more demanding. They're like, yo, you know, sure, there's 6 of us now. And we want charcoal, and we want cactus water, and a train station. So let's see if we can repair this, and we can.
With the old girl up and running again, we'll be able to ferry in supplies much easier.
Wait, what's that?
Well, looky here. Someone was hiding back there in the shadows.
Oh my, no. Not hiding. Sleeping. The train is running. Hello?
It's just an old rusty bot. I can have my enforcer throw him out.
Aw, don't be mean. Clark Piston.
Ma'am, that ain't no way to treat a stranger. We're happy to meet you.
I don't want to be a stranger. I am the trader. This is what I do. I think I can conduct all your trade. The train listens to me.
Nice.
That sounds mighty helpful, partner. Welcome aboard.
I will join. The rumbling of the ground scares me. Why can't I remember?
I hope you keep better records than brain cells. Okay, so now we have access to a farm, our first farm, which is a cactus farm, and then the charcoal kiln. Now, I do want to get this train station up here, the train depot, and see how that functions. That's our new thing. Okay, so global effects, faster train, and mega sale in the train store. Ooh, that's kind of sexy. So let's see how that works. Wow, 10% off. Ooh, boy. Oh, sweet metal, scavenging, sheet metal, like, sweet, yeah. Anyway, what we need to start doing is selling some of our produce. First of all, I guess we can start selling boards a little bit at a time. Maybe like 3 or something. But what's going to happen is every time the train is going to come, it's going to pick up 3 boards, and we're going to end up with a massive amount of money. And because we want to buy some of these items eventually, we need money. So let's look at our landscape here. Oh, what do we have here? Oh, this is the mine shaft, of course. We can repair that almost right now. Not yet. It's fine, don't worry. We'll get to it. Alright, so actually right back here might be an okay place for these cactus farms. Let's see. And here's a bunch of decorations. There will be more added over time as you unlock different people. Oh, they're even like the ice fishing hole. The one thing I have to say about the decorations is that I wish that more of them were bigger. Like, big. Like, I like the inventiveness. Like, there is a flamingo with a top hat. But I wish that a lot of them were bigger. Okay, some of these are big. But I mean, the ones with outside of winter were tiny. They're all like one square, and I'm like, okay, because like most of my gameplay is this far out, and I don't see one square thing. These are how many? These are 4x4. So you know, if you can barely see those, you know what I mean. So anyway, yeah, that's how that works. But let's get those cactus farms made. So. Do we have... Yeah, this is where you can come up, which is good. Okay, let's see if we can fit it in here. These guys are kind of funny because they have fields that are like this. We can fit one here. Wow, that's not great placement, probably. One thing that I think we are very much lacking, and I don't like, that you forgot the most important part of a city builder. You forgot the eyedropper tool. Like, I would love to just eyedropper this one and place another one and another. So I don't know why that was missed, but please, please, please give us that feature. We need it very much right now. Yes? Mm-hmm. Yes. All right. Anyway, but I do like, you know, they have adopted some other features of Anno, like the ability to move stuff around. That's quite nice. Let's see. That one can go maybe there. Yeah. I don't know. Something like that. You can get kind of interestingly creative with your setups with stuff. So this is going to be way too far from the other ones. We're going to create our own warehouse here. I believe, like Anno, the warehouses are sort of magically connected to each other. So if I put a wood mine over here, these guys can grab it from the warehouse over here, and they can just use it. Okay, we are out of people again. Though, adding extra services and stuff, they will start to get satisfied, and we'll be able to have more inside the houses. So let's go ahead and add some charcoal kilns. Now charcoal kilns are a little bit different timing. They are 30 seconds and these guys harvest in 15 seconds. So it's 2 charcoal kilns per wood mine. Okay, so let's add 1 wood mine over here, say. Sure it's at 100%. Actually, we can put it far back. Why not? Okay, is that still close enough to the place, though? No. So we need to add a new warehouse nearby so that stuff on this side of the map can start getting harvested. Okay, again, this is one of those situations where it's like, oh, I wish I had better... Okay, that's okay-ish. I want to get through here without deleting trees. So we're going to need a fair amount of charcoal. And so what I like to do for that is build a double helping of those buildings. So let's see. Let's do again, another wood mine. Again, I'd love to just eyedropper that. It would be great. Okay, so let's see. Can we 100% there? Boom. Excellent. Oh, that's fantastic.
In order to get the mine shaft up and running, we'll need the engineers.
But there are still many unknowns to overcome before we can reach the old technology below.
That's okay. We'll get there.
You mean there's stuff you don't know? Well, that's a surprise.
Charming. It's unlikely that you may have any other questions that I do not possess the answer to.
Well, if that's the case, Smarty Pants, I've been hearing this weird song since we came here. Almost like a sad song. Do you know what that could be?
It confirms my suspicions. You can hear it.
So you hear it too?
No, I do not hear it. But I can sense it.
What is it then?
The city that used to exist here was entirely dependent on the technology that powered it. This technology all responded to the same control signal. The old signal. That is what you're hearing.
Alright, so we got this old signal happening, which kind of is not telling us there's trouble in the world. Alright, so there we go. And now we need to make 2 charcoal kilns to satisfy this. Did we check the train thing? Oh, we can't afford anything. Yeah, we can. We can afford stuff because we've been selling stuff. Flamethrower is nice, and it was half off. That's fantastic. Alright, charcoal. Let's go. Alright, can't fit this here. I can fit it on the other side here, though. So I'll just put it on this side. And again, those warehouses are going to magically transport the wood from over here to over here land. They just pick it up here and then they drop it off. Alright. So that's great. Oh, how cute. They're candy striped. Oh, look at that. Oh, they have little cranks. Oh, that's adorable. Oh, and these have Christmas trees. I love Christmas trains. I had several in my collection. Like giant Christmas trains you could set up on the floor and stuff. And, pardon me, my sniffles are getting to me. But, I had to sell them all because, or give them all for auction, to be more clear. Because they don't work on European power systems. So, that was not ideal. Anyway, let's get some engineers in here. We still need workers, so we can add another house there, and some can kind of be off to the edge a bit, if they fit. Okay, because once you upgrade a residence to an engineer, they want different stuff, and they also take away from these guys because you're basically displacing them. So we have -3, now we have -13, but more engineers. So the engineers want completely different stuff. Now, services are buildings that have a card that looks like this. If the thing is a process like this, that can be anywhere. But if it's a service, they have to be within like walking distance here of the service. All right, now this is one of those larger buildings that I think I'm going to move over here and move these guys back out there. Let's see, move these here. And saloon. There we go. Yep. There we go. And all of these buildings have such lovely details. Aren't they great? Oh my god, there's tiny penguins. Oh, I love this guy's hat. Oh my god. Oh, they're so cute. Oh. Like even this guy is Bob's. The end Bob's. Oh, the details are beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, devs, for such a cute game. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's so nice. It's so cozy, you know. It's really cozy. Anyway, so I'm gonna try to help with things, with advising you what is a good deal and what's not a good deal, and or kind of what we're looking for as well. All right, I'm gonna try to find. There we go. They don't look like tumbleweeds here. Okay, so we got one. Oh, I thought it was a Santa outfit folded. It's a ruby. Of course it's a ruby. Silly me. It's just the angle. I don't know. I was like, oh, it's a Santa outfit. How exciting. They are rolling snowballs is what they are. So also, we have a hard limit of how many stuffs we can produce. So we might as well sell them, right? Okay, so let's see what else we can buy. Production, chance. It's not great. This is not great. This was okay, but it's not what we want to buy right now. Okay, let's sell like 15 of these every trip, and we're going to get 3,000 monies every trip for this. All right. Now, we need engineers in order to fix the mine shaft, I believe. We need 18. So let's upgrade some more houses. There we go. There we go. And then I think I'd also like to add some more worker houses as well, because we're going to need quite a few people in our town. All right, here we go. Oh, that's right. This needs to be moved up, actually, doesn't it? Yes. I forgot it was that spacing. Okay, so the mine shaft is in kind of a weird spot for this neighborhood, but it's okay. We're not really that fixated on having it in a particular place. So I'm going to go ahead and go inward here, and maybe we can fit in some other buildings in this area. Okay. I don't know why it's doing that. Oh, because it's not going all the way around. Okay. All right, that's going to be interesting. All right, we have a cost of 8 boards and 1,200 monies. Let's go ahead and repair this thing. And then we get to go down. All right, anything different? Nope, not different. So we go down by either choosing an icon here or we press the number 2.
All
and
right,
here we are.
made it. We ought to set up some quarters for our miners and get started on digging. I feel the place shaking, though. Best we dig.
Indeed. The planet is becoming more unstable by the moment. Proceed with caution.
And when we find this tech we're after, you reckon my daughter will be able to fix it?
Control of the old signal was passed on to descendants of those that lived here. And by chance, it was to be your daughter that was granted this most crucial gift.
Never doubted she was special, that's for sure. We better go get whatever piece of the tech we can, then. It'll be out there in the dark somewhere.
All right. So here we are. We're down in the dusty caverns, and each of these areas is marked with a particular color, and that will come into play later. Now, we can click on the chest. Any chest in an open area that can be linked to the mine shaft you can get. So we got 20 gold. That's important for actually building the quarters. So if we click on the robot head, this will show us, these are, quarters for people. Also, these tiles indicate unstable areas, so you need to stabilize them with a pillar. The miner quarters, you need to draw 9 tiles to start, okay? 9 tiles will get you 1 miner, and you can also edit that by adding various items. Now, we haven't really gotten into items yet. Did I buy 1 item? I think I did, yeah. I bought the flamethrower. That's a very important item to have starting at the 2nd floor and below. Now, we're going to start digging some of these items. And they finished the... Oh, look at that. They put Christmas lights. Oh, that's so sweet. Normally, they just finish off the walls with a lantern, but we're getting Christmas lights. Now, digging tools is very important, and these are gold nuggets. Now, I have found that I didn't run out of gold nuggets. I was just fine through winning the game, so yeah, that wasn't an issue for me. Anyway, as we kind of go along here, we can actually expand the miner's quarters. It does tell you how many tiles to gain another miner. So it says 6 more tiles. So remember in the very beginning where we were talking about less tiles? This is what it's talking about, is how many tiles it actually costs. So this is 5, and that's 6. Wait, what happened there? I think it auto-saved or something as I was dragging. Okay, what do we got now? So now we have 5 more tiles to gain 1 miner. Okay, so now we have 2 miners. And I'm going to just go ahead and add some here. How many is that left? 1 more tile for 1 more miner. Okay, yep, let's add 1 here. And it looks like we have stuff fallen from the ceiling again. So there we go. All right, and they're working, putting up Christmas lights. We got another chest. So down here, it's kind of important to try to progress as much as possible and just dig your way. And the problem, though, is sometimes when you're digging, you leave debris on the floor, and that prevents you from building anything on it. So there are points where you got to rest and, okay, let them dig, let them clean up so that we can build other stuff down here. Now, the next thing we're going to need is prospectors. But we need more engineers for that. Now, we found our very first deposit, And this is a scrap deposit, or a vein, which basically, it's like a permanent mining thing where you can just keep mining it. I'm going to go ahead and kind of expand this area, trying to leave some columns that are weight-bearing, shall we say? You know? Oh, there's a whole bunch of stuff over here. This is great. Okay, cool. And then later we'll be able to cross these gaps as well. But we need more engineers. So let's go up here. So now we have a more stabilized population of people. And we can see if we can make more stuff to get more population in of the engineers, so more houses count for them. So we need to make moonshine. That is what they want over here. So let's go for it. Let's just make some stuff. Now, moonshine is made out of cactus water and also glass blowers. So this is one of those things where you can see the heat map in the game, that it generates a thing, and you can try to put the building where you kind of get the most efficacy. Actually, having it around here might be great, just because it's near trees, so we don't want to plant near it. So let's take that here. That seems okay. I'm kind of debating whether I should have a second one, because later we are going to need it, but it isn't like it's like super critical right now. And here is where there's not a lot of sand, unfortunately. All right, let's leave it at 1 right now, and then we can make the glass blower. Now let's look at the timing on this. 15 seconds. Glass blower is 30 seconds, so that's 2 glass blowers per other thing, per sand collector. So we have 1 sand collector, 2 glass blowers. Perfect. Aren't these pretty? We got a windmill, and they got glass dripping and scissors cutting. Look at this. That's great. I love this. That's fantastic. What a great animation. All right. So now that is going to make our engineers happy, and they're going to start to move in. But we also need to make more houses with engineers. So I'm going to kind of level a few of those up. Now these guys aren't getting even basic services, so we need to kind of figure out where those go. I think what we'll do is move this house over here, and instead have that service, the wrench service, over here. Yeah, there we go. That seems good. And then we also need shopping service, which is kind of, yeah, over here is good. And maybe even one over here. Maybe one there, and we'll do here. Or, like here. That seems okay. Can we put it in there? No. No, it's too wide. Okay. So the train has arrived. Anytime you hear the train sound, you should check it out. Oh, you need to get rubies. You need to get as many rubies as you can. Workforce reduction is pretty good. Sometimes you need that. Digging bonus, I don't really care about that. It's fine. But look at the money. We're already at 78,000 monies just by passively selling wood. It's pretty good, right? And our max is 50. So other things, it seems like raw materials like gold or other like stuff you can harvest seems to not be capped. I don't know if something like cactus water, is that capped? Yeah, it's capped, seems like it. So some stuff is maybe irreplaceable resources. That could be the difference. I'm not actually sure. So anyway, we'll try that. Let's go back downstairs into the mines and see. Oh my god, is that not pretty or what? Like the whole place is decorated with Christmas lights. Oh, that's so sweet. I'm going to take a screenshot real quick. Alright, and then we can dig this other stuff out. We got some gold nuggets in here. And then I'll kind of dig these guys as well. We need the tools, of course, as always. And let's see if we can go down this way. Now, there are tiles that you cannot currently dig. Well, I couldn't dig them ever. Bedrock. Bedrock is kind of like permanent no dig zone. So So now we want to get, okay, we need 70 engineers. So let's go back up to the surface and make sure that we can get 70 engineers. And having, look at that, just putting 2 service buildings brought us up to 79 workers. That's pretty fantastic. Now in general, you're going to want to kind of cluster like populations around each other because they're going to demand the same services, which you need to put on the ground there. So now we got the new roads, and those are the roads that are free if you win this level. But they're going to cost us tools right now. Okay, but with we can actually start making tools, which is very nice. We got the surveyor's office. That is, again, it's a building they visit. So let's add that right in the area where we put our engineers, remember? Okay, what's in here? Oh, yeah. Let's wait for the train to get through here. What's going on with this train? Oh, my God, it has antlers. Ha! Little tiny presents. I used to have a Christmas train that I ran on this table in my home. And I would always fill one of the flat cars with little tiny presents that I got at the hobby store. It was really cute. Okay, anyway. We could buy another one of these, but we could find one. I'm not really worried because we're not even to the level where we have enemies. Production speed is pretty good, but I'm going to save the rubies. I think we're going to save these for now. Okay, let's go down and see if we can build the prospector quarters. Yes, we can. So always want to start off with a 3x3 or 9 squares. It doesn't have to be 3x3. It can be 9 in any configuration. So we get 1 prospector, and those are going to cost 6 more tiles to get another one. I think we should just build another one. Let's go 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 6. Okay, good. So now we have those, and we can set these for digging scrap veins so that they can send a prospector out to go and collect them. Collect materials, dig it, collect it. Later, we're going to be able to put automated mines over here and make that work for us. So anyway, yeah, it's looking pretty cool. So I have just looked at the time, and I think we're probably good for episode 1. I am really enjoying this game, and like I said, I played it through. It's really fun, and I hope you'll join me for the next episode. So do please give it a like if you're interested. God, I was trying to think of a creative way to say, please click the like button, but I'll just settle with that. And if you want to help support my channel, do please check out the links to Patreon or become a member of the channel or any of those ways that you can support me. I really, really, really do appreciate it. And I think about my patrons every day. Y'all are great. So anyway, thank you so very much for joining me. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll see you next time.